I'm really excited to be with all of you today around this virtual roundtable or virtual event on inclusive digital ID for a resilient recovery from COVID-19. And as Raj said, we really want to be talking how we can take the moment of what's happening today to make some significant changes for digital transformation. I speak today with two hats as the World Bank's Managing Director for Development Policy Partnership, and as Raj mentioned, as Chair of the High-Level Advisory Council of our Identification for Development and Government to Persons Payment Initiative. With Dr. Sri Mulyani and Anandan are also members of this High-Level Advisory Council. So I'm really honored to be joined by such an illustrious group of speakers and delighted to see so many of you being connected virtually. And, you know, just to reflect on the importance of our mission, the whole ID4D is about digital ID. And all of us today take our ID for granted. All of us have legal ID and most likely also a digital ID. And it has been the gateway for us to participate in the economy, participate in all things that are about living and about accessing to essential services. Unfortunately, our estimate from ID4D estimates that there are 1 billion people who have absolutely no officially recognized ID, let alone a digital ID, with half of them in Africa, and nearly half of those who don't have ID are children who have not even had their birth registered. So many, and furthermore, many people may have an ID, but it might not be fit for purpose in the digital age. So as we will hear from panelists today, the digital ID systems that are secure, reliable, and interoperable will help governments and businesses expand access to their services by reducing both the cost and the time needed for the service delivery. But as we all know, this is not just about efficiency, but about the digital dividends that will be delivered through inclusiveness and development. I think the times of today, the way we are seeing how the COVID-19 pandemic has evolved and has actually emphasized the need for such a digital ID system. That because governments that have the ability to respond fast and at scale to provide relief, to save livelihoods and protect people, have been able to do so because they've had digital ID systems. And we all know that the trusted digital ID system is only one of the core building blocks of what's called the stack, that together with digital payments and data interoperability and shared services can be transformational for not just delivering the social assistance that we are seeing happening, but also to build an inclusive and resilient digital economy and societies. There are many examples of this use case, and the social assistance and delivering it through mobile payments is one aspect that we have seen being rolled out in many countries. But even before the pandemic, I think delivery of financial services, access to markets, and so on have been also demonstrated. And I really want to acknowledge that this reach and scale of impact would not be possible without support of our partners, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the UK government, the French government, and the Obidyar network. And we have, so we really look forward to continuing to scale up our thought leadership, our convening power, our advice and financing to help countries have a resilient recovery and emerge from this crisis stronger and more inclusive than before, and use the opportunity to accelerate digital transformation at the same time.